Good afternoon from Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in windy Lauderdale by the Sea. This is Brian Kuzma for our daily gold and silver update. Kind of a non-eventful weekend as far as news goes, but as far as the wind goes, boy, it's pretty windy out there and a little bit of waves. And as you can see, there's a parasailer out there having a great time. I'd love to be out there myself with my surfboard, but apparently a little too windy for me. There's a guy right there. You see where my little cursor is? But this is not our surf and weather report. I just kind of tell you this stuff because, hell, we live near the beach, and why not? Let's take a look at precious metals prices today. Well, my coin toss and myself, the coin toss on Friday and myself felt that we were going to have an up day today. My feelings were because of that trend that we've seen where New York or world spot prices were up like they were on Friday above the New York close on Friday. Has been a little trend for a while that typically, as I've talked about, when the world spot prices closed higher, it meant New York was going to or actually be a little higher on its close the following day. However, that did not happen. I believe that the world spot prices were higher. New York closed on Friday around 9:30 something, but it closed a little bit lower today. So, really, the coin was wrong. I was wrong. It wasn't par value, but it's not too far off from par value, and the coin did say it was going to be higher, and it was not higher. So much for the coin, so much for my guess as well, and so much for trends. They work till they don't. I've always said that. So don't follow trends necessarily. When they work, they make you money. When they don't, they piss you off, and they make you look bad. Not really bad. If you can recognize a trend, you're doing pretty good in any market. Let's take a look at silver, 26.64, 26.58. Pretty damn close. A little bit higher in the world spot prices, but it's still above 26. Platinum's holding that 900 plus level, which is nice. I think it had touched close to 1,000 at one point, though, or was nearing 1,000 a little while ago. So I think all three of these metals are still really a good buy. We are, as I said, in a gold and silver, or as this put in this order, a silver and gold bull market. So listen, if you can buy these dips when it goes down, fine. If you can't, just hang on. The only reason you'd want to sell your gold and silver is if you felt that the economy is better or is going to get better globally and in your nation, wherever you're watching, and of course here locally. And I don't feel that our economy is getting better anytime soon. We may see some dollar strength here and there. We're going to definitely see stock market strength, and I'll tell you why I think we're going to see stock market strength. Where is that money going to go? I mean, there's so much money. I mean, if you take a look at here, stocks are up 378 points. For what? What fundamentals would make stocks go up? I mean, is the economy so friggin' great? Is everybody out buying product? Is everybody out? No. You know why stocks are doing so well and bonds are, I don't know if bonds are doing well, but you know why the stock market's doing well and the S&P, the NASDAQ, all of them doing well? Because it's money looking for returns. It's money looking for a place to go. And Wall Street usually, and stocks and bonds and things have usually always gotten a majority proportion, most of the money in the investment world. And money right now is looking for a place to go. You don't want to sit there with $1 in a bank that pays nothing. In fact, I don't even know what CDs pay, next to nothing. It doesn't cover the cost of the following dollar. So why would you? So really, all this is cheap money being printed to prop up the economy, and all this money is being put into the stock market because it's looking for returns, places to go, and really looking for returns, or i.e. chasing returns. I think these people are chasing returns right now because they don't know any better. So that's why you're seeing an up stock market, in my opinion, not because of any fundamentals. And fundamentals have been out the window for a long time. So anyways, we are in a good gold and silver bull market. And if you look, I keep passing this calm before the storm. Why do I keep passing this up? Because I wasn't ready to talk about it. So, and I kind of think that this 1900 level, we could see even a little sub 1900 level. Don't worry about this. Again, I think the only reason you need to sell your gold and silver, get out of the gold and silver market, is if you honestly, truly believe that the dollar is going to get stronger long term, medium term, and that the economy is going to get better long term, medium term. If you believe that, then you probably shouldn't be in precious metals. You should be into something else right now. I'm not quite sure what that would be, but my expertise is precious metals. And whenever you're in stormy times, I think it's a good place to be. So that's a good calm before the storm. I think that's exactly where we are right now. We did see silver pump up from like 20 bucks. Man, it just rocketed up to that $29 level. It's backed off. We're sitting around 26. We've given up a little bit of the gain there, but not an awful lot for how fast it went up. And I think right now, again, this is the calm before the storm. We may see it kind of drift along here, gold and silver, for a little bit, especially with so much money being pumped into stocks. But do you really want to be in that market when it finally takes a shit? Probably not. So like I said, we're in a silver and gold bull market right now. The only reason you want to sell is if you thought the economy was going to get better and you thought the dollar was going to get stronger. And again, if you're in this market like I am, the reason you're here is because you just don't believe that. So why would you believe it now? Again, hang on to your gold and silver. Don't panic for you new people out there. Let's take a look at a couple other things that I kind of found interesting I wanted to talk about. And I keep forgetting to mention. This is 1995. The gold and silver ratio. I did the calculation. We're at a 72 to 1 gold ratio today, thereabouts, maybe give or take just a little bit. But we're about 72 to 1. And since the 90s, take a look at this. Where we've kind of averaged in this 60 to 70 to 1 range, I think if you were to just take an average line and go straight through the middle here, that's providing this chart is right, which I think it is, or close enough. But just take a line through the middle of this chart. That's 60 to 71, 60 to 1 to 70 to 1. Currently, I did the math, and we're at 72 to 1 with gold, which puts us about right here, if you look. I'm kind of taking my cursor straight across here. So I think we're back. We were up to 112 to 1. And let me see if I can get to another gold to silver ratio chart. Nope, not there. Right there, 2012. And this is a more longer term chart. And I don't have anything that shows past 2018. But we were as high as, oh my gosh, 120 to 1 or higher with the gold and silver ratio. Crazy time, too, man. You couldn't get any silver. Silver premiums are really high. So that was probably, a sign of that, such a high ratio. But we're back down to the 72 to 1 ratio right now, which kind of falls in line where we've been since the 90s. So I don't think, if we're going to follow this pattern of 25 years, I believe, 25-year pattern here of an average of a 60 to 1 ratio with gold and silver, I think right now the gold and silver ratio is in line where it has been for 25 years. Not in line with its historic ratios, which, take a look here. Of course, I don't think we're going to ever see this 20 to 1 ratio again. Well, maybe we will. You never know. Kind of sure be interesting, but we haven't. Well, no, we did see it in 1921, and we did see it in 1973. And oddly enough, to my memory, two of these things have very important significance. Depression, 1921, and this is right before Nixon took us off the gold standard, which I think if Nixon hadn't taken us off the gold standard, anyways, we were in serious times right there. We were spending a lot of money. So I'm not quite sure exactly if there's any other significance, but take a look at this. The only time we closed in that 20 to 1 ratio with silver to gold was right in during the Vietnam period and right during the Depression. Make of it as you will. Again, we've been sitting up to this higher level. I think right now we're sitting back in our averages right here. What does that mean? That means I don't think we're going to see silver rocket up as high as we wanted it to. Even though silver has been at $50 an ounce twice and gold has surpassed its all-time high, I kind of think that we're going to see that silver and gold are going to kind of move in tandem right now. And I think gold has a lot more to go. So let's see what happens. Confessions of a Reluctant Gold Investor. I like zero hedge. There's a lot of bullshit on zero hedge and a lot of advertising, obviously. I prefer that you avoid buying online and you buy local, whether it's from me or your local dealer, wherever you're listening to this from. If you don't have a good local dealer, call me because I've been in this business for a long time and I know guys from all over the country. But here nor there, buy local, don't buy online. But I like this article, Confessions of a Reluctant Gold Investor. And again, I've been telling you, rather than me spend 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and build, using up your bandwidth and my bandwidth, take a look at Zero Hedge. Type this in, Confessions of a Reluctant Gold Investor, and do a Google on it, and you should come up with Zero Hedge article right here. Read it for yourself. There was a few interesting little blurbs in here. Take a look at the bottom, and let's see. Which could bring massive inflation and tank the U.S. dollar? Well, this is what we've been talking about. Again, I'm kind of beating a dead horse because I talk about this stuff all the time. But if you want to read this, go ahead. It was an article I saw on Zero Hedge. Wall Street Journal, again, just markets being up at, and we kind of talked about that. Money looking for a place to go. I didn't see much in the way of anything listing or anything talking about gold and silver on here. And that's pretty much the standard. I never see anything on gold and silver front page of Wall Street Journal, even though gold and silver markets are great. Here, it leads to our next thing, our video here. Over $1 million in pure gold. I'd like to thank Marcelo for this great video, but I'm kind of curious where he got his editing background based on the music here. If you get a chance, check out our YouTube videos and check out this video and let me know what you think. I think I got an R rated on there. So anyways, that's it. This is Brian Kuzma with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in Lauderdale by the Sea, windy Lauderdale by the Sea. And actually, this is one of the hardest reports I did. I did this about 10 times before I actually got through this far. I don't know why. I've been doing these for 5 days a week. For how long, Marcelo? Anyways. And this was my toughest day to wing through a report. I don't know why. Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate your business and your time. Call me anytime, 954-493-8811, between 10 and 4 Mondays through Fridays for live quotes on any products that you're looking for. And if you want an education, check out our other YouTube videos or just come in, we'll hook you up. Thanks for watching. Take 10.